live yet, right? Oh, shoot, never mind.
Oh, we can talk later.
Okay.
I'm preparing to live stream.
Okay.
I'm preparing to record. Too late now.
Yeah.
Too
At
late now,
least all
people.
the sneezing's done.
That's fine. We have to sneeze. We have to sneeze.
Yes.
All right. Hello, beautiful souls. I decided not to keep saying beautiful people because I always say that. I want to switch it up a little bit.
Yes.
So, but you're still beautiful. So we have our wonderful Jennifer Dorn here, whose information will be on the screen and is in the description box. And we're going to answer your questions thanks to my lovely son on the other side, Erik Medhus. Hi, sweetie. I love you.
He says hi. I love you too. Sorry, I'm now my nose is starting to run. I apologize.
Oh,
But
it's
yes, he's
okay.
here. He
That's
loves
okay. You
you.
take care of yourself because I'm going to have some announcements.
Okay.
First
Oh,
of
good.
all, lots of people have been buying the crystals and they just love them. Okay. Lots of power. People will open the box and love comes out because I send love into these little miniature computer, which we call the white quartz crystals. They're just
Yeah.
beautiful. And so I'm going to put these stickers on every shipping box because I
Mm.
want you guys to get $40 off the next one. Stop. Before you open this box, the FBI. No.
Mhm.
Uh, for the big reveal, consider filming the opening so that you can receive a $40 coupon off your next crystal purpose. Feel and describe the power. We're also getting necklaces coming in maybe a month, maybe less, that are macrame. This is going to be so
Oh,
pretty.
yeah.
But anyway, so and also when you get your crystal, I really want you to consider giving it love.
Mhm.
Interact with it. Don't just stick it in a drawer to collect dust and stick to lint covered gummy bears or whatever you have in your drawer, like I do. Love it. Ask, what can I do for you? Gift from Mother Earth. Um, I have one lady who says, I love you, good night, every time she goes to bed. So really interact. Because again, well, Erik, tell us, they have a consciousness
Yes.
like ours,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
they're
A life
beings of
force.
some sort.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
So what should we say to our crystals, Erik?
So, yeah,
You can ask also.
gratitude. Yes, yes. So give love, give gratitude, the I love you, the thank you, anything like that. Give it a pet name, Erik says, name
Oh,
it.
what that?
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
thought of that. Like the pet rocks, but these are pet
Yes.
crystals. Love
Yeah.
it. All right. So also I want to tell you guys that we have 7 more days left on the new you for the new year sale for Atlanta Scalar services, 30% off. And also I'm going to do a live eventually, maybe with you. I'm not sure if you want to do this on cyberbullying. Because I know a lot of you guys have experienced
Mhm.
that, and we need to share that. We need to talk about that because I was
Yeah.
cyberbullied by the criminal profiler, Pat Brown. She took that horrible YouTube off because it was peppered with lies.
It's
And
awful.
what
It
else
was
do I have to
awful.
say? Oh, the next 7 Arcturian coated crystals are coming out. They're just different. I just didn't want to pour them all out at once. It's just too much. And also, oh yeah, thank you for donating to Paula's documentary, the little dollar sign down there. No amount is too small. It's just actually the act of love that
Mhm.
will help this documentary become a success. Did I finish everything before I take questions? Oh, and be sure you subscribe right now and like. We are like 97,400, so we're kind of close to 100,000, but it just takes
Yeah.
so much to get there. And I don't know what happens when you're there. Pally just tells me it's important. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm just that way. Okay, so I
Elisa,
think
I
I
have a
finished.
question for
Yeah,
you about the crystals.
yeah.
Would you ever do something like if somebody has like a favorite type of stone that they like? Would
It's
you
too
ever do
much.
custom? Yeah, okay. I just
That
was
I
curious if
talked
you.
about that with some of the mediums. I guess maybe not you, but
Oh
white
no,
quartz
no. I
crystal.
remember we had talked about it, yeah, in the
It's
group, but I
different.
wasn't
And
sure
this,
if you, yeah, if you
yeah,
ever.
this is like a blank slate when I get accepted for
Yep.
the code. So
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
code it in any
absolutely.
and code it with anything you want. Where
Yeah.
you can't really do that, like this tourmaline, that has a very specific purpose,
Yes.
grounding, protection, and things like that. It's not open to change. Like
Yep.
these crystals, the crystalline structure of this is like a computer, like you have quartz crystals in your watches. Some of the
Yep.
watches anyway. Okay, let's start taking questions.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to tell y'all that Erik and Paula want me to take to lean mostly on those who have donated because they donated. I don't know how to, it always makes me feel bad to say that, but eventually we'll have lives where Paula's set, she's taken care of, and we don't have to have a favor one over the other. All right, let's see here. And also, thank you. Also, I'm not going to say it every time, but everybody who donates, thank you. Everybody who thinks about donating, thank you. All right, let's see. And be sure that when you
Eric
do
just
ask,
said, Eric just
uh,
said something like if somebody donates and they don't want to ask a question, they could gift a question to somebody else who hasn't donated when
true,
if you
true,
want it in there.
true. Or we could just say, Eric, say something. All
Yeah.
right, hi, Katie McGee from Eastbourne. What is going on here? Hang on. Could I ask what is going on with my sleep disturbance? Been recording myself while asleep. I don't stop moving. You're wiggly, wiggly, wiggly.
Yeah. So Eric is saying about this, it's happened to you over your lifetime from time to time. This isn't brand new.
Yeah.
It's maybe something that you're noticing more. uh, some people are just more active. Your mind isn't shutting down enough to kind of put your body in that paralysis
Is that dangerous
state.
for her? I mean, is it negative? Does she
It's
need to do something about it?
yeah, so it is something to be addressed because you're not getting quality sleep.
Mm.
You can try at first if you don't want to go like sleep study route, try some grounding stones under your pillow.
Oh,
Ask your
I have
guide.
these all under tourmaline. You can get bags
Mhm.
of 50 for like a nickel. Not really, but they're real cheap.
Yeah.
And
So
put these on all the four corners of your under your mattress. That's what I do.
with this, Eric is saying like the tiger's eye, something brown
Okay. Tiger
is
size
is
great.
gonna, gonna ground you. The tourmaline you can do in tandem with it, but you're just not
Okay.
getting a quality sleep. So
Yeah.
you get groggy, you get tired, you get cranky, and then it's like a cycle. Then you're kind of upset and having a stressful day, and then you don't
Yeah.
sleep well at night. And if that doesn't work, then you might want to have a sleep study.
Yeah. One thing that's worked for people, in my experience, is the scalar service, the sleep optimization bundled with the
Mhm.
microbiome optimization. Look up gut dysbiosis or gastrointestinal microbiome against insomnia. It's quite
Mhm.
interesting. What about melatonin for her?
Melatonin is funny. So if you are somebody, I can't take melatonin. Melatonin will put me to sleep, but I will
Yeah.
wake up 3 to 4 hours later. I
Oh,
will
that's
be
no good.
wide awake. And
Yeah.
melatonin has actually got that effect on a lot of people. So
Mm.
it might work. But Eric was saying also ask your guides when you go to sleep,
Okay.
just to, help me rest, help my body,
Yeah.
stay still while I sleep so that I can
Eric,
get
knock
proper
me
sleep.
out. Comes
Yeah.
with a big club. Boom.
Yes.
Okay. Hello from Union. What is it? Union Vale? God dang it. Since I did the eyesight optimization, some distances I see better without my glasses. It's slowly getting there. Union Vale, New York. How many more incarnations do I have? And am I an old soul? Linda Egan.
So I don't know. Eric has told me this so many times that we don't have to come back. We don't, it really is a free
Oh, it's
will
up to
choice.
her.
Yes. And what
I know
he's
Linda's
saying,
saying, hell no.
yeah,
I'm
what he's
good.
saying about you specifically is you've had a lot of lifetimes on Earth. You've also incarnated other places, but he's saying you're a bit more, one of my clients calls it an aggressive earther. So the souls that just keep coming back to Earth to just try to work as fast as they can. He said when you came into this particular lifetime, you did not have another one planned for after this
No.
one. So it'll be up to you.
Okay. Yeah. So is she an old soul then, obviously?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Christina Song from Geneva, Switzerland. Oh, I know you. What is the best next step I need to take for my career? Love you, Eric and Elisa and Jennifer.
What is the best next step you need to take for your career? So, without knowing anything about what you do for work, Eric is saying just like keep learning new things. So however that can fit into what you do for a career, but he's also saying it's like, sometimes it's time to strike and sometimes it's time to sit still. with where you're
Yeah.
at. And that's kind of the energy right now. He's saying just be patient. Um, just sit still right now. There's no reason to make any big changes. But if you again, without knowing what field you're in, whatever you can do to like if you're in a field like IT where you're getting certificates or the medical field where you can learn new medical treatments, like kind of keep doing stuff like that. And if you're an artist, maybe look at different types of art form.
Different media of
Yep,
art.
different
Yeah,
mediums.
cool.
Yes,
Robin,
diversify. There we go. That's the word.
Robert Stoner. Wow, thank you for that donation. Jeez. Okay, Robin Stoner from Houston. You better come to the premiere at my house and the event we're going to have probably late October. Can I get a message from my dad, Phil F. Robin S. from Houston.
So it's funny when you said his name, I got a bunch of sensation right around my head.
You're
Like
so
my,
clairsentient.
yeah, my third eye and my crown chakra just started buzzing. So he's saying like when you're talking to him, if you're getting that kind of sensation, that this is him doing it.
Oh,
This is him doing it. And I don't know if he had issues.
stroke or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he had issues in that area,
Okay.
but he's saying like you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about
Oh, good.
that. So
Okay, good. For her having the same problem?
mm,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
sometimes like dementia, and Alzheimer's, or hereditary, or
Or
something.
an aneurysm, and they think, oh my God, maybe I'm
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously
Or
go to the
brain
doctor
tumor.
and stuff, but to stay on top of it. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but and he's good. He's good. He's a very good communicator here. So, if you're
Oh,
not feeling like goosebumps or sensations when you're talking to him, sit really quietly or do it while you're in bed because he is, their soul's over there. We don't all have the same ability to communicate with
like
humans, but
here.
he's really good. Your dad's really good at
Awesome.
it.
All right, Zane Spice, thank you. Greetings. Why do I feel such a strong, oh, this is interesting, a connection with the wizard archetype? I frequently have dreams where I'm a wizard, and whenever I role play in games, I always play as a wizard. Interesting.
This is like there's a couple things Eric's saying. So, I mean, there really are planets that we can incarnate on where it's kind of, where we're more magical, where we have more access to supernatural abilities.
Yeah.
Also, it does feel like perhaps wherever this planet is, that's a kind of a typical clothing style, like the
Oh,
whatever
oh, a
that's
past
called.
life. He was in a,
Yep, and a different planet, but you've also
oh, a
had,
different planet. Oh,
yeah,
I missed,
different planet. But there's also multiple human lifetimes
yeah.
where you had um, a fondness for this. It
Mhm.
really has a lot to do with the clothing. So perhaps you were a monk in a lifetime and really good.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call that? Like the robes, right? The
Yeah,
robes?
yeah. So
Yeah.
connection to the clothing more
Yes.
than anything else. Okay. Elisa, felt the same way as me. R, donated, but no question. Eric, do you want to say something to her?
Just thank you. Kind of blows her a
Oh,
kiss.
thank you. Oh, blow kisses.
Yes.
All right. Blissfully Renee, was I an African medicine woman or a shamanic healer in the past life? This is Renee, I think.
Yeah, Eric says so there were actually three lifetimes. Yes, to that one that you're asking about, but there were three lifetimes where you were a strong healer, either shaman or like a medicine person.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Interesting. Does she need to use that, apply that to this life?
So you don't have to necessarily go to like medical school, but you definitely probably have an innate ability to do energy
So
work,
she could
energy
get her
healing.
shamanic shaman thing.
Yeah, yes,
Right.
if you wanted to, but you also could just like lay hands on somebody and
Yeah.
like Reiki, like any kind of energy work like that, you probably have a knack for in this lifetime.
Very cool. Charlie from Eastbourne. The second person from Eastbourne. Could I ask if there's a message from my mother, Mary? But he capitalized the M and the and mother and a Mary. So I'm not sure if he's Charlie's talking about the
Jesus'
Mother
mom.
Mary or his
Yes.
Mother Mary.
Yeah, it's okay.
So
Maybe he can
take it away,
clarify.
Eric.
Yeah, well, I was going to say maybe he can clarify which one.
Okay.
If it's his
Well, does he
actual
have
mother.
a message from Jesus' mother? Maybe.
Um, I'm not sure that that's quite right. Maybe he'll
Okay,
send
hopefully.
some clarification on that.
Yeah, please.
It's funny because I got some shortness of breath when I actually tried to tap
Oh,
in,
well,
so
maybe
I
it
don't,
is. Well,
yeah.
okay, let's see if we can get whatever the name is from his mother, even if it's not, if her name is not Mary.
Well, again, is it her
Yeah,
over there, or is
yeah,
his
I don't
mother
know.
actually in spirit? So just
Yeah,
send more clarification if
okay.
it's Jesus's mother or your mother.
You don't have to donate. I'll try to find you. Miss Sly, thank you so much for your donation. No question. All right, Jacqueline Anderson, my dad died last night at 2:32
Oh,
a.m. I'm so sorry.
oh,
Marcus James Wagner. Well, sorry for you, but happy for him.
yes.
Any messages from him?
So I
Hmm.
will say Eric is telling me that he's not quite ready. He is over there. He did cross, but he's like how Eric's talked about like the healing chambers or the like his consciousness
Yeah.
is not awake there. But Eric is saying it was his time. He was very tired. And it was his time to go. The passing was very, very peaceful. Eric said he was met wherever it is that he passed. He was met by, I don't know, mother or grandmother, um, and a
Maternal
spirit
energy.
guide. Huh?
Maternal energy of some sort.
Yes, yeah. And like one of his spirit guides, and they
Yeah.
they helped him over because there was like a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, of course.
So again, without knowing any of the details, sometimes when we pass and there's a little bit of confusion, it can be because there's like morphine or the Alzheimer's or the dementia
Yeah,
or
yeah.
so
Right.
sometimes people when they die in their sleep, it's even though there's no
Yeah. Wait,
medicine, it's
what?
kind of like what
Yeah.
is happening? But
So,
he is fine. He was not afraid. He was not alone.
all right. So, Eric, maybe you can help him as much as you can. Is there any significance to the time? Because she put it down 2:32
No,
a.m. Or no?
no.
Okay. Thank you, Vicky Jackson, for the donation. Appreciate it. Christina Song. Oh, she already asked that, but she donated again. Oh, maybe I just, I don't know, messed up. Stacy Spring, I just want to ask Eric about AI. And then she says, I get, but I don't. Thank you, Lynn Marie. Wow.
So I'll just with AI with Eric, it's like that train's on the tracks and it's going. So there's going to be no way of stopping AI.
The
AI
quantum
is
probability, is it good right now? Is it going to be
so
positive?
it's yes, there is more good than bad from it.
Yeah.
But you're still going to have people
Yeah.
manipulating other people with it. It's still going to have
Well, look at the computer age. We thought, oh, that's going to be good. But then there's cyberbullying, there's hacking, and there's
yes,
malware. So,
yes.
there's always both sides.
Yeah,
Lynn
but
Marie.
overall it's more good than bad.
Oh,
But
good.
you have to be careful of everything now. You can't trust that anything is real that's
Yeah,
out there.
that's true. Lynn Marie, boy, she gave a lot of money. So I'm wondering if you can say anything to her. She didn't have a question.
If people don't have a question, I'm just going to assume that they don't want or
Okay, well,
need a
we'll just
message.
assume if you don't have a
Yeah.
question, then we'll just give you a big fat thank you, and Eric will blow you
Yes.
a kiss.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Diane Brett, can I remake my life here in Queens, New York, or should I seriously consider moving away and starting fresh? Go to Texas. The weather's a lot better.
So, so here's the thing, Eric, saying with this particular question with this person, there's a lot of free will here. Okay. So you
Yeah,
can remake your life there in Queens. But there definitely does feel, I don't know, maybe like some healing needs to be done. I don't know if you have, bad memories attached to that place or you don't like the cold weather. There
yeah,
is very much this feeling of not really wanting to be there. So if you really want to make a good, happy life for you, you have to let that energy go. You have to heal that somehow. But
right.
if you decided to go someplace else and start fresh, you would be able to do it.
Yeah,
I although I will say Eric is kind of telling me stick it out in Queens. Maybe
really.
there's some lessons or some healing that need to happen
No, who wants
that
lessons?
that
Just
will
go live in Texas.
that
We're
will
lesson free over here.
happen
Not really.
that will happen faster if you
Okay.
stay.
All right. Tara, it could be Morrow. My dad recently passed, and I'm so sad. Any messages from him, Roy Washington?
he is a character. Um, so
No
I
wonder
don't
she
know
misses
if
him.
he was clever or funny or something here, but he has just there's something like almost entertaining about him, like a good storyteller or an actor. There's something very fun about his personality. Um, and he's sorry that you're sad. Of course, all of us are sad when we lose somebody that we love, but he is very much making his energy known around you, and he's happy and he's safe and he watches over you. So he said, don't be sad for me or worry for me.
Yeah,
I'm good.
they're always good. Almost
Yeah.
always.
Yes. I don't. There's.
All
I
right.
don't. He seems like a very interesting person. I don't know.
Oh,
I
cool.
love
No
his
wonder
energy.
she's sad.
Yeah.
When my father died, I wasn't sad at all. I was happy. All right.
Happens.
Johnny Fincher. Will my younger brother ever seek help for his mental illness? It's killing the family and his kids. Okay, look, you need to do some research maybe on
Oh.
low dose lithium or lithium orotate over the counter and see if you can take it for another reason. Like it's anti-aging, it prolongs life, it slows the aging process. You can just like give him that kind of thing because it does a lot, not just, take care of
So
mental illness. What do
yeah.
you,
Oh, and absolutely. But right now, that question, as things sit, Eric says no. No,
he would say no?
he is stubborn. He is digging his heels in. It feels like there's probably a little bit of paranoia. And
Mm.
unfortunately, with mental health issues, when the paranoia gets in, it's really hard to get them to take medication.
Well, so what should, yeah, you're poisoning me. What
Yeah.
should he do? What should be done?
I mean, honestly, it would feel like he would have to be involuntarily committed
Yeah.
and forced, if you, I will say, if you get a situation where he is involuntarily committed, the best thing would be to try to get the what do you get when you get the medical, like somebody else makes the decisions for him.
Yes.
I can't
Power
remember
of
what that's called.
attorney.
Yeah, something like that, and force it. So, force it on him. Honestly, this is as it
Is he a
sits right
danger?
now.
Is it a danger to the
Um,
family, kids and stuff?
it's yeah, it's not like the best energy for sure. I don't know if your guys' lives are in danger or his life is in danger, but it definitely feels volatile to me.
Yeah.
Um,
So see if you
so
can do it, get power of attorney and get him a value. Well,
yeah, well,
who's
if
going
you
to
ever
value
get the
that?
opportunity to, I don't necessarily
Yeah,
get from
right.
Eric that it's happening
Right.
right now, but if something happens and he is volatile, call the police on him and have him. People hate to do that, but sometimes it's your first best step is to have the police take him to the hospital and involuntarily commit him.
Exactly. If he does anything, the
Mhm.
bam, 911.
Yeah.
Hi, hey, Pootsie. Kelly Carson here. Is that your nickname for Eric? I plan on moving to Cali to be with someone. Do you see this happening in my lifetime? All love.
Planning to move to California, right? California to be with
Right,
somebody.
right.
This must be a little ways off because Eric is saying it's not happening immediately. It is a possibility. It is a possibility that this does happen in your lifetime. But
Why should she not do it now?
um, I'm not
Because the
really
relationship's
sure.
not
It's just
ready
not
or
ready. Yeah, it's not time.
okay.
But if you really want this to happen, you're going to have to make it happen. Sometimes things just sort of fall into place without a whole lot of effort from us. This feels like you're going to have to
Yeah.
put some oomph for sure.
Okay. Okay. Trying to figure out the time. Okay, Johnny Anderson wants to know why he or she could be a girl. I think it's a guy. Slept badly for a couple of nights. Could it be the dressing on the salad?
Actually, Eric is saying this has more to do with like the astrology, the stars, the whatever was going on, wherever the planets aligned. Something astrological affected your sleep.
Oh,
Some of us are just really like that. It's, sometimes the full moon, I'll have insomnia for 2 nights. Other full moons, I'll sleep just fine. Sometimes the planet alignments,
there's
see,
a planet alignment and all that too.
yeah, it can affect our sleep for people who are
Oh,
sensitive, and it
interesting.
it feels more like that to me than
So
anything
not
else.
not Staph aureus in in the dressing, salad dressing. I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
yeah, no.
Okay, I want to say this. Amber Larson just popping in to say hi. Yesterday I was having some things come up. After having a diagnosis of PTSD and other things, I could feel Erik come in and guide me to look up channeling Erik PTSD video. That is so cool. I
Yeah,
hope it helped you.
yeah.
All right, Fishboy underscore. Thank you. Amy Grant. Hi from Virginia. She spells her name Amie. I like that. How many incarnations have I had, and where am I on my soul growth?
So Eric said 37, just as clear as day,
Oh,
37.
wow.
Um, where are you on your soul's growth? You're good. You're doing you're very self-aware in this particular lifetime. Eric said so when something's not working for you, like a lot of life is when something's not working, how we pivot out of it and into something that does.
Yeah.
You're pretty good at that. So no, you're right where you're supposed to be. You don't need to be
Okay.
focusing on like, oh, I'm not paying attention to this or I need to do. No, you're good.
Okay. Robin B from Detroit. Hey, Erik, I was told I have a gold halo, but I only see info online about gold auras or yellow halos auras. What does my gold halo mean? Ooh, holy Robin.
So your gold halo, Eric is saying it is like a holy type of thing. Although you don't have to become a preacher or something like this in this particular lifetime, although you have done that in other lifetimes. So it's like a certain type of work that on a soul level you do is why it's gold, and it
Okay,
has to do with like
interesting.
holiness. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Divine, we all are
But
divine, all
but
in
he
part of
is
God. And
he is saying the stuff that you found about the yellow halo and the gold aura. He said if you read those descriptions, there are some things in both of those that also equate to the gold halo. So
okay,
so read through those again and see the things that like kind of stand out to
what
you.
resonate with you?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Robinette. Elisa R. from Orlando. My husband Daniel started a new job. Would that work out?
Has the potential to work out, yes.
Okay.
Whenever somebody asks about jobs or interviews, there's usually a lot of free will. If your husband does the job and does it well and is personable and friendly, there's no reason that this can't work out.
Okay.
But if your first
Kim
week
from
you start showing up
Yucatan,
late, it's.
donating in Mexican pesos. That's so cool. Kim from Yucatan, should she rent? It could be a guy too. Shall I rent my space to a man slash woman? So I don't know if she's saying, if Kim is saying, should I rent my space to a man or should I rent my space to a woman? But anyway, Erik,
Yeah, yes, you can rent the space. Just pay attention to who you're renting to. Make sure you do some checking on their background.
Okay. All right, let me see. It dropped as it does always. So let me see. Oh, I donated earlier. Wonder if my brother, this is Miss Sly, brother Philip Young, who died January 1st, 23, has a message for me or the family. Philip Young, and that's her name is. Um, Also, what other scalar energy does Erik suggest for my son Darren? So, any message from Philip Young from Miss Sly?
Yeah, so it's very much he was telling me that he's free. So I don't know if
Oh,
there was mental health issues or physical health issues. Um, Sometimes we really do put what turns out to be like too much on and there is this feeling of like, okay, like I needed to hit a reset button. I needed a reset. So he's good. He's working on his growth there. He's also not like he has like kind of a star seed type of vibe.
oh,
So like maybe won't be coming back anytime really soon to Earth. And as far as the scalar services for your son,
Darren.
Elisa, is something jumping out at you just because I don't know the whole list of the services? So I feel like there have been a few
Well, you
things
can
done.
email me.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably something that, yeah, with Elisa and Eric emailing back and
Okay.
forth, you guys can, because Eric's saying there is two other things that would be good, but I just don't know what they are. I'm sorry.
Okay. Somebody says Robinette donated, but she said she didn't put the question in that big blue box. So it's so difficult to find. She said it's in the thing. If I
Mhm.
run across it, she said it's above, but I kind of scooted up above as far as I could and couldn't see it. So I'm sorry. It really helps to write it in the donation box because it's really hard for an old lady like me. Oh
Yeah.
boy. Karen Beisel wants to know her spirit guide. Is Erik her spirit guide?
So I'm so sorry. I was out. I was out. I was talking with Erik about something else because what he was saying is for that woman who donated and didn't put her thing in the blue box, if we don't get to it today, he said tell her that it's okay to message me directly and I will
Okay.
answer it after the show. And
Oh,
that's where
that's
I
sweet.
was and I didn't hear anything that you said.
Oh, okay, okay. That's okay. I didn't either. All right, Elisa from Orlando. My husband Daniel. Oh, we already do that? Did he started a new
The
job over
job.
that
Yep, we
location?
did that one.
Okay, we
Yeah.
did that. Okay, sorry. We did that one. Okay, so I got lost. Thank you, Glinda, for a huge donation. Okay. Um Kim J, love to Erik, Elisa, and Jennifer. You can pass my question on to the next person. Can't wait for the documentary. That's so sweet. All right. Hi again, Katie McGee from Eastbourne. Could I also ask for a message from Rosalind Onley, Onley? I've taken on her son. Is there a message for him?
Yeah,
I'm
she
sure she's super proud of his son.
yes, she just is so grateful. I literally felt like her put her like hands together and like kind of bow a little bit like with just so much gratitude, so grateful. And she says this was part of the plan. um when they came in, it's as far as it's like almost like she was his mom for a bit and now you are. They're really
Oh,
like
wow,
that
they've
was
had that?
contracted. Yes, that was
Oh,
contracted.
oh, how nice. So she was actually the mother before,
Hmm.
off and on. Okay. Oh, that's really cool. All right, Sally C, can you tell me how much longer my job will last? It seems to be on the way out. Sally C, I think you're probably happy about that. Thank you for the donation too, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like it's I this year sometime. So if you're needing to work, I would say maybe start looking for other
Okay.
things. But yeah, I don't know. There's just no passion or desire for it either. So
Yeah. For the current job?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. What percent of people have no passion for their job? I bet it's pretty high.
Yeah.
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 Muggle jobs are tough. All right.
Yes.
Maureen C. from France. Can I please have a message from Erik that will help me now in my current life changes? Is that too general?
Well, no, he's really just saying like you got this. Like just like that support from spirit, like whatever these changes are, it's for the good. Although change is stressful for most people, some more than others. So he says, pay attention to your breathing, making sure you're taking a deep breath, making sure you're kind of focusing in the moment rather than worrying about all the stuff to come. But
Yeah.
you've got this. This is that you really
You're
are
crushing
fine
it.
even if you don't feel like it.
You are
Yes.
crushing it. All right, Jennifer from Las Vegas, Nevada. Does my deceased dad, Ephraim from Las Vegas, like what we are planning for a celebration of life? And does he
Loves
want
it.
us to keep anything from his storage?
So he loves it. He loves what you have planned. As far as the stuff in the storage, there are definitely some things in there that he loved when he was here, but he has recreated over there.
Oh,
So as far as this goes for you guys, if there's friends or family that
you
want to
want
keep
it? Yeah.
anything, that's great. Otherwise, for the most part, when we get into spirit, we want people to be able to use the stuff we've left behind. So it's okay if stuff goes to strangers because strangers might love it.
Yeah.
So it really is fine what you do, but I do feel like you're probably going to end up keeping something,
Some
or
of it.
somebody in the family or friends are going to want some of it.
Okay. I've had an interview for two new jobs. Should I accept if they make an offer or wait for a better opportunity? And
No,
it's for
Erik says
Firmalab.
accept.
So I don't know what the name is.
Erik says accept. If you get an offer,
Okay.
accept.
Okay. All right, let's see. Oopsie. What happened? Regine. S. My cousin gave birth to a girl named LODW, and I have the honor to be her godmother. Was it
Aw.
a spiritual contract? How can I become a good godmother mother to her, not religiously speaking?
Yeah, no, this is in the contract. Eric said kind of be like the fun aunt energy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so bring fun gifts, this sort of energy, like what we would think of as like the fun aunt,
Yeah.
rather than
I
like a
think
religious
I don't know if
godmother.
this is the regime I've worked on in the scalar field, but there is one that has that kind of, I feel her fun energy. It
Yeah.
could be somebody different though. Okay, was it a spiritual contract to become her godmother, Ellie's
Yeah.
godmother? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you guys are from the same soul family. Decided to do this
Oh,
before you came
cool.
in.
From Sitka, Alaska, Mary Larson. Will my business do well this year? Will her business do well this
Business
year?
do well this year. It does feel like it improves over last year. So again, this is kind of one of those things where when you own your own business, energy in, a lot of times effort and energy in leads to
Mm.
success. So do everything you can to set this up for success, but it's absolutely possible, yes.
Okay, great. Tony from Providence, Rhode Island. I know you. He donated $11.11. That's so
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Any message for me from Dad who passed a year ago this month? Also, just purchased age reversal for pup Gracie. I just did the one for Bella. And oh my God, this morning my husband and I were in bed and she's jumping everywhere. She's 12
Uh,
years old and she's rearing her head back like, feed me my breakfast, dude.
she was
Feed
so
me my
cute in that
breakfast.
video in the hate in the snow the other day that you
Oh
posted.
yeah, she did not like that. All right, so
Um,
Dad, we don't know his name, but Tony, Providence, Rhode Island.
yeah.
Any
So
message? He passed a year ago, this month.
he was really just talking about you and like keep working on your spiritual growth, keep working on letting go of your baggage, your past stuff. You're meant to do a lot of like healing. It's like sometimes people bring in like the tail end of a bunch of lessons that they're just kind of tying up. And it just really feels like that. So he's saying basically you're kind of at the point in your life where if something isn't serving you, you don't need to keep being
Yeah.
involved in it. Okay. But and also he's sending his love.
Oh,
So you can talk to him in meditation in particular, and probably get some guidance and answers from your father.
that's cool. All right. I'm gonna ask. This is an interesting question. Pete in the UK wants to know: is there gonna be justice for Maddie McCann, who, of course, disappeared? The logo disappeared 4 years ago in Portugal. I think her mom was an anesthesiologist or something.
Is there going to be justice?
Justice ever?
So that's a hard one because essentially, yes, because spiritually in the spirit contract, she's dead. She's
Yeah.
dead. Okay. I was feeling her energy kind of come in with Eric. She's
Yeah.
not just
Oh,
missing, like she was
I don't
found
even
and
know if her body was found though. I'm not
okay.
sure. Maybe somebody
Okay.
can inform me, but
So so what Eric is saying is basically the feeling of somebody getting arrested and serving time for this is not likely to happen. And I feel like that's what you mean by justice.
oh
Okay.
yeah.
But at the same time, this whole scenario was in her contract. It's hard for us to believe as humans that we would ever put in our contract to be murdered or to be abducted and held captive, but these
We probably
are
all
things
have. Oh,
that, yes, that we
yeah.
do put in our contract. And
Yeah.
when we do something like this, somebody has to be on the other end to fulfill the contract.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that this is the energy here.
Okay. Hi, Katie from Houston. Love you, Jennifer and Elisa. My beautiful son's passed. Oh,
Oh,
I'm working on psychic abilities. Do you feel I have the ability? And Eric, do you know Jeff and Wes? She misses them.
both of her
So
sons have
sorry.
passed.
Yeah, Jeff
Oh,
and Wes.
so yes, he does know
Brothers is
them.
taken away.
Oh, it's just so awful. It's honestly, I don't really feel like there's any kind of worse loss than people losing children.
Number two.
It's just so massive. But
Yeah,
yes,
there's no
Eric
word
does
for it
know
too.
them.
This is the word for widow, like widower, widow. There's no word
Yeah.
because it shouldn't happen. But
Yeah.
Eric, so
Um,
will she be able to channel them?
okay. So, and I've said this before. I know obviously the channeling Eric mediums, but I also worked in Casadega, Florida, which is the psychic capital of the world, and I know dozens of other psychics, mediums. Um, One of the really consistent things is connecting to your own loved ones is a bit harder
Yeah,
because we question it more. We think it's our wishful
just
thinking.
emotional density there.
The grief can get in the way. So, yes, your mediumship abilities, you actually have very good mediumship abilities,
Good.
but that doesn't always translate to our own loved ones. So, if
But I
you
can.
feel, if
I
you
feel like I
feel,
channel Eric sometimes.
yes, yes, but see, you spend so much time
That's true.
in
Yeah.
this. It's like working muscles.
Yeah.
So what Eric is saying and your sons, it's like if you feel like you get something from us, don't question it.
Yeah.
Don't say, "Oh, it's my wishful thinking," or
It's too good to be
just
true.
accept it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eric, what do you think about Jeff and Wes? Have you been hanging out with them at all?
Yeah, he says they're pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh. All right,
Yeah.
Charlie Bell, here we go from Eastbourne, UK. What's a message from mother, his mom, Mary, who passed in
Okay.
2020.
Is this
Now
the
we
Mother
got it.
Mary thing?
Yes.
The his mother? Okay. Yeah, that's why I was like, when I got the shortness of breath, like I felt like I had a somebody other than Jesus's mom coming
Yeah.
in.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So
Right.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to know for sure.
Oh, cool.
Um, yes, you know what she said? She just said, I would pick you for my son 100 more times.
Oh,
She just absolutely adores you.
yeah.
And that
He's
just
so,
get I just got goosebumps all over. So she just adores you and she's so proud of you.
oh,
And I would be I would imagine she's when it is your time to go, her face is gonna be right the first thing you
oh,
see.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
All right, Brett C. from San Diego. I have the chance to go to London on the 4th. It'll be cold over there, but should I go? Yeah, from San Diego. Flight will be covered. Yeah, escape those fires too.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Just go if you can do it. Do it. Yeah. It's an adventure.
There's no such thing as cold weather. It's just not enough clothes.
Yes, yes,
That's what
exactly.
my Norwegian husband says all the time. Leanne from Toronto. I'm in a fairly new relationship that is going fantastic. Is he the one? And any advice for us?
Does she give his name?
No, but Leanne from Toronto, Leanne Monroe. So maybe that helps.
It
Oh,
does.
no.
This feels good. This feels really good. I will say people can pretend, almost anybody can pretend for 6 months. So whenever people ask this question, I'm like, give it at least that 6 to 8 months to see if anything changes. But it feels like this has real potential. He doesn't feel like he's hiding some big part of himself. It feels like it's kind of right up there and
Okay.
open. So that feels good.
Okay.
But yes, don't get ahead of yourself. Just take things
Enjoy
as they
every
come.
moment. Not
Yes,
every
because
day, every
sometimes,
moment.
yeah, sometimes when we're so focused on this is the one for me, we miss
We
stuff.
miss the journey.
Yes.
Life passes them by.
Sometimes we miss good stuff and sometimes we miss the red flags. But
Okay.
overall, it feels pretty good. Eric is saying it's pretty good.
Diane Brett, my 22-year-old autistic nephew Wayne from upstate New York, again in the psych ward in Florida. Not taking meds, aggressive, mean. Does he have any chance of a normal life, family destroyed? There's a deficiency in lithium in the ground soil and the groundwater and the soil has caused a huge increase in autism and, mental
Mm.
illness that has a lot of irritability and aggression. So I wish he could take low dose lithium orotate. It's over the counter, but
Yeah. This would be very helpful. Again, I get similar like
he will
energy of
refuse.
not the willingness to do something.
Can you force them to take medicine?
Um, you know what I heard? It was surprised me. I have a client who's, I can't remember if it's their husband or their son or something, but they're in prison. And even in prison, like if they have mental illness, they don't have to take meds if they don't want to,
Yeah.
at least in the state. So there really isn't like, you know,
So
it,
there's no hope for a
I feel
normal
like
life
it
for this?
used to be that way where like if you were schizophrenic and you were in jail, you had to take meds, but apparently
Yeah.
that has changed. And so I don't feel like anybody can force this particular her nephew to take anything or do anything. He feels a little more flexible than the first person we talked
Yeah.
about.
Maybe, hey,
So
you can
maybe
do
he,
some gaming if you take this pill.
yeah,
It'll,
the vitamins or the minerals, that might be an easier sell. So like perhaps the
oh
lithium,
yeah, right. Just say this is a vitamin.
something
The
like that.
lithium
Now,
ortate, start them on 5 milligrams and up it every week to gets to 10 or 15.
yeah,
If you can.
he could be living a better life than he is right now. Yes.
Oh my
And he might be
gosh.
willing to do it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, Sally Wagner. Oh, wait, she has a question. I was told by a medium that her son Erik and your son Nick are buddies on the other side, and you just lost your mom funeral today. You could really use a message, and can they please? What? Who's son Nick?
I took it as your son Eric and her son Nick, but it was very confusing how you read it.
Okay,
I'm
her
not
son.
really.
So, okay, her son Nick. Okay, well, are Nick and Erik on the other side together?
Yes. Yeah. So, you know, what's awesome about Eric, amongst many other things, is that for the people who truly do follow Eric and are part of
He's
this community,
there
yes, yes,
always.
yes,
All right, Kim,
absolutely.
any messages from my mom, Sandy, or my sister Jamie on the other side? Her name is Kim.
I, uh, I don't know if your sister or your mom were kind of wild here, but I was like literally what I heard is like, I feel like this has to be a metaphor for something else. Like just get in the car and drive fast, but not like in a bad way, and it
No.
like a free so I'm not really sure if that was your sister's energy or your mom's energy.
Mm,
Somebody feels like they might have had a bit of a wild side to
a
them.
lead foot on in the
Yeah,
car.
so
Yeah.
maybe I don't know, maybe you need to cut loose, maybe you need to
Loosen up a little bit.
dance, dance some yeah, do something just sometimes when we do something so outside our comfort zone, it just raises our vibration.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's that kind of energy. And they're both saying that they love you. I
Oh.
don't know. The two of them feel really funny together. It's like they're boxing each other out to try to like get a like the mom and the sister.
Oh,
They're
okay.
cute. Yeah, they're playful.
All right, Therese, or it could be Therese. I think it's Therese Squillicoat. Sally Wagner's son, Nick. Okay, now we got it.
Yes.
Hangs out with Erik on the other side, guitars and motorcycles, and her mom's, Sally, just, mom of Sally, just passed. Funeral today, prayers and a message for her.
Yes.
Anything
Okay.
for
So
Sally.
yes, Eric and her son do hang out together. As far as your mom's funeral, I know it's always hard to like take pictures at a funeral, but I do feel like we would catch some orbs or some spirit activity if we did.
Oh, well, in
Yeah.
the viewing I took and saw a
Yeah.
bunch of people, but
It's like
usually there's candles there too, so it's really hard to discern
to
which ones are the
tell.
orbs. You
Yeah.
just no candles.
It's like I feel like your mom's with two women, friends or sisters.
Okay.
And so I feel like three little orbs kind of
Oh,
yeah,
you're
around
gonna
it.
find them.
Yeah.
Good.
So she must have had either sisters or a couple of friends that passed before her because
Yeah.
I've got these three women and they are
Oh,
contemporaries to your mom. So not like her mom and grandmother.
it could
It
be
is
like
like friend,
old
cousin,
students, worker,
sibling.
cousin. Yeah, things like that.
Yep.
Denise G from Northridge, California. Can Eric tell me what my brother and sister Larry and Joanne are doing in heaven? And what message do they have for me? Today is Larry's birthday. Happy birthday, Larry. Larry and Joanne. Denise G
So
from Northridge.
Larry does something as far as like building or creating. Like I don't know, he's like building something. I don't know what this is. It's big though. So I don't know if he was good with his hands when he was here, but I feel like that sort of energy over there. They do still see each other quite a bit, your brother and sister. They are from your same soul family. Um, Neither one of them feel like they kind of feel like low key. So sometimes we're really actively like planning our next life, or
Yeah.
they both just
Feel
kind of
like I
feel,
gotta give it a
yeah,
rest.
yeah. So they're just sort of enjoying their
Their
themselves.
afterlife.
Yes.
That's good. All right. Any message for my mom and dad? Don't know the name. Cape Town, Charlotte Vanderright, Riet. So that's an unusual name. Maybe you can hone into the mom and dad. Cape Town.
So So that's her name, and she's asking
Her
for
name is
messages.
Charlotte Vanderite. Any message from my mom and dad? Love from Cape Town. I don't
It's
know if
really
that's where
cute
they're at.
there. Of course, we don't have husbands and wives and that sort of thing over there. A monogamous relationship is not necessarily what we do, but your parents are sitting right next to each other when they come in. Their
Oh,
energy comes in right next to each other, which for me means yes, they must have a soulmate connection.
yeah.
They spend a lot of time
Twin flames,
together.
maybe? Are they
What was
twin
that?
flames?
No,
Eric?
it's not
No.
twin flame.
Okay.
No,
That's
no.
rare.
Yeah, he said soulmate type connection.
Okay.
Um, they're very sweet. It's funny they both kind of feel older to me, which maybe they were older when they passed here. Of course, that's not their natural state over there, but they are
Oh,
coming
yeah.
in kind of
Yeah.
feeling like your parents, like still very much like your parents. They do watch over you. They are talking about your car or your transportation. If you need to do something to it, like if you need an oil change, there's something like your maintenance
Okay.
with
Yeah.
your
Take care of it.
transportation that needs to be, yeah.
Otherwise, you can end up with, or get insurance for your car.
Yes.
Um, oh, what about my parents, Jose and Jackie? Are they hanging out together?
Was that you asking, Lisa?
Yeah.
No, they're
Sorry.
not. No, no, they're not like that at all.
Oh God,
They
no. Oh my
cross
God.
paths, but they are definitely they very much don't spend a whole lot of time together. I'm
I
sorry.
don't blame both of them. All right, Barbara from New Jersey. I reunited with my friend Marius in, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing all these names, Mariusz 3 years ago. Reunited with her friend. Does, oh, he have feelings for me, or should we just stay friends? Great question. Barbara
You
from
should
New
just stay
Jersey.
friends, but I do feel like there is the boundaries need to be better. The
Okay.
expectations, if you are not interested in him, you've got to make that really clear because I do feel like the lines are a little bit blurred, but a friendship is better.
Okay. I want to ask a question about Lori Bellissimo and Ian Mason. Their flat is just about to be sold, and they're waiting on the freeholder. I don't know what they do, papers and stuff in the UK, to like get the stuff going, the papers dealt with. And I think they're afraid that it's going to take so long that the buyer's going to find another house somewhere else. I told her, Eric told her, I channeled him in the field as best I could, said that get them to expedite paperwork and be willing to pay for it.
Mhm.
Anything else? Any other
Yeah,
messages
that
for them?
does feel good, but also don't there very much is this feeling of don't manifest this.
Yeah.
So don't spend time worrying
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah. Consider
Um,
it gone. And the
yes.
buyer with the keys in his hand, enjoying sitting in the living room, watching TV. Yeah,
I do feel because I was asking Eric a couple of questions like, is the buyer going to back out? Does the buyer want this flat? And I very much feel like the buyer does want this flat.
good.
So I
Oh,
don't necessarily, even though that
I am
he'll
gonna
lose his patience.
celebrate that because we've been working on this
Yes.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, but Lori also, Bellissimo in the UK wants to know if there's any messages for George, her husband's dad who passed away. And Eric helped him pass, yes. Yeah.
Okay. So Ian is her husband
Yeah. And
and
George
George is
is
her
the
husband.
father of Ian.
Is there any messages for him? He feels really kind of closed off in regards to this. But that being said, your husband is saying that he has made his energy known around his father and
Oh,
and and that he does kind of wonder like, hey, was that him? He is doing that. He should stop second guessing himself. But there is very much this feeling. I don't know if it's still the grief where he can't talk about his son
yeah.
or something. There is that kind a little bit of a closed off feeling. Um, but just,
Yeah.
tell him his son is okay, that he's still around, he can still hear him, he loves him.
That's great.
He holds his hand at night. So sometimes we can actually feel that. We
Yeah.
just feel like it's goosebumps or something, but he does come and hold his father's hand at night. I don't know if his father has some like neuropathy or something. I feel like, I don't know, cold or numbness or something like
Okay.
the circulation's not good. So he
All
comes
right.
and holds his hands.
That's sweet. Sometimes I feel the mattress in the corner of my bed sink
Yeah.
down. I think it's either one of my pets that have
Mhm.
passed or Erik or anybody. Hopefully not my father. Ugh.
Uh,
All right. You guys know I don't like him, okay? He
yeah,
doesn't.
and I will say, Elisa, with a situation like what you have with your father, they
Yeah,
really are very respectful of not coming around because you're not wanting to deal
I
with his
know.
energy
Oh,
yet.
that's one reason I
So
don't want to die. I don't want to
yeah, I
around that
promise
energy.
you it'll be different when that does happen.
Oh
And I
yeah,
also promise
yeah,
you that you won't have to see him right away when you get there.
yeah.
Okay?
I forgive him because he was mentally ill. I mean, he just
Yes.
couldn't help it. But anyway, okay. I am Jody Lacey. Okay. Jody Lacey, I'm currently in a bitter divorce that is causing me financial hardship. Will I be okay financially after the divorce is finalized?
So okay means different things to everybody. Erik says you will not be homeless living in the streets. You will be able to roof over your head and feed yourself. It might be less comfortable than you're used to or something like that. But yes, you'll be okay, and it is worth it to get this marriage over and done with.
Yeah.
Anytime something like this happens, if it's at any way possible to get it done quickly,
Yeah.
sometimes you spend so much money because you don't want to concede to something. When if you
Yeah.
just conceded months
Just
earlier, there'd be, yeah. So if there's
yeah.
anything you can do there,
To
do it.
expedite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it means you have to accept less than whatever.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, well, because
you
if
can
you're,
sit there and use up so much money on lawyers. It's
yes,
incredible.
tens of thousands of dollars. I
Ugh,
mean, it's awful.
yeah. Anyway, and so a lot of times this is for women, especially a lesson in self-empowerment. That all of a
Hmm.
sudden they're going to have to maybe they already work, but have a better job and support themselves, work
Yeah.
harder to support themselves. So, you know,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you, Jane, for the compliment. Oopsie, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Sharon, 222222222. Yeah, hey, our beautiful Erik, Mama, and Jennifer. It's Sharon McCluskey from the UK. Today I saw a tiny amount of smoke pass by me in my living room. Was this spirit?
Yes. Yeah. So
What's it gone?
sometimes for people, it will look like that. It will look like smoke. It's like you're literally
Yeah,
catching a
I see
glimpse of
it.
the
I see it in
energy.
front of me
Yeah.
all the time. It's like, what's
Yep.
going on? My eyesight's going.
Yeah. That was actually a spirit guide. That was a spirit guide passing through.
Cool.
Yeah.
Don't get the idea you're gonna start smoking again. If you're
Yeah.
still smoking,
No. No.
mm.
No. No.
I hope
No.
your
That
daughter's doing all right
wasn't a
too.
sign to start smoking again. No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I smelled cigarette. Maria and I both smelled a strong cigarette smell for several hours in the den. And I think it was Erik and my grandfather, Grant,
Yeah.
my maternal grandfather. It smells
Yep.
so good. I love the smell of a freshly lit cigarette. Then after
Yeah.
it's been burning for a while, I don't like it.
Yeah.
All right, we shall go on. Maddie wants to know, will my ex-husband move on and be happy again? How sweet to think that.
Yeah.
No, to
He
care.
he can. He has the potential, but he also has melancholy energy.
Yeah,
Sometimes like the two signs most that stick out most to me are the Capricorn and the Virgo that have a hard time letting go of their wounds.
yeah,
So perhaps there's something in his chart that makes it a little bit harder for him.
yeah.
Or it could just be part of his personality, part of something he's
Oh,
working on
combination.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, he also has like he's not really looking at the marriage for what it really was. Like there's a little bit, sometimes we rewrite history or we think we see things in a way that makes them a little bit better than they actually were. He's not like completely delusional, but he definitely hasn't had the awareness of how it actually was.
yeah. Okay. Interesting.
He has the
Diego.
potential, but it'll take some work. It'll take some work for him for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Diego Ba. Hi, I would like to know if my depression is going to get better. Okay, I saw this, even though there's no donation button, I kind of look at things that I really feel need answering. This year is going to be the year of the new work of the Justice Department. Thanks from Argentina. So I want you to watch Jennifer. I had a session about low dose about lithium, but low dose lithium.
Mhm.
It has. I mean, I started taking it, lithium orotate from Amazon, whatever.
Yeah.
I have never been happier in my life.
Hmm. So
My low grade apathy and depression, boom, sunlight. So would
nice.
he benefit by that?
So what Eric is saying about him is like this new job isn't going to do it. Like you genuinely have some chemical
Yeah, depression.
imbalances. So you will need, so if you are already taking medicine for depression, get that blood work done with the DNA to see what the best medicines are for you
Yes.
and possibly switch and look into adding the low dose lithium. Yes, you are
Yeah,
going to,
usually it's an adjuvant.
yes.
You just add it on,
Hmm.
but I'm sure it also can work. I mean, this lady called me, 72-year-old, said you read about that, saw about the lithium orotate, started taking it without her doctor's consent. Always check with your doctor or healthcare provider, whatever. And she said, I have been running around like just getting things done, and I'm so motivated, so happy. Anyway, it's always worth a try because it's over the counter, really.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
let me see here. Oh yeah, Jody Lacey, the one with the bitter divorce, he
Yeah.
is dragging it out.
Yeah.
You got to tell him
Yeah.
to,
I just am curious if
cut
he's a
fish or
Capricorn
cut
or a
bait.
Virgo.
Yeah,
They just have a harder time letting go. They do
yeah,
drag things out. They don't get over things. And if it's not his sun sign, I bet it's somewhere in his chart that
yeah,
makes it like this.
yeah.
He just doesn't want the divorce, but it's not because you shouldn't get divorced. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
aren't that good together. It's just he has, oh, Eric just said he has such a deep-rooted fear of failure that he's supposed to be
Oh,
working on this lifetime. This is one of the reasons he's dragging it out.
well, what can we do to make sure he doesn't? Tell him to shit or get off the pot, as we say in
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah.
Yeah.
He'll eventually do it. It really is more of a sadness
Yeah.
on his
Yeah.
end, but you'll get the divorce. It should happen this year, this
Oh
calendar year.
God.
You should be over and done with it.
Just say I love you, but not
Mhm.
enough to stay together. Please, let's get this over with
Yeah.
before we support this college education of the lawyer,
Do not say I
the
love
lawyer's
you. Eric
kids.
said, do not tell him you love him.
Oh no, okay, okay,
No.
sorry.
Yes.
Oh, I see, I love everybody, so
Yes. No, he can't. No, don't say that to him. But something like that
yeah,
would be good. Just, let's just get
something
this done. Let's
caring,
stop dragging.
not
Yes, let's stop dragging this
confrontational.
out. We don't need to, whatever, but
So,
don't say you
yeah,
love him.
the lawyer does not need a new BMW.
Yeah, no.
You inject some humor in there too. All right, thank you guys. I think we'll close it there. Thank you so much for everybody's compliments, your donations and everything. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button unless you already have, because then we'll unsubscribe. All right, I
Yes.
love you all. I love you, Jennifer. I
Love
love you,
you.
Eric. Check Jennifer out in the description.